A lot of tables think light is just atmosphere. You say the party lights a torch, maybe somebody has a lantern, maybe the dwarf has infravision, and then everybody just sort of assumes the room is visible and the adventure continues. That sounds harmless, but it guts a big part of what makes dungeon play work. As an aside, folks, this is a collab with DM Angelo. We're both covering the same topic from different points of view. His channel is linked below. If you want faster dungeon play, better decisions, and less dead air, here is the trick. Track light openly and make it matter. That is it, really. But it's not as a bookkeeping tax, and not because the old games were trying to simulate, I don't know, candle physics, uh, measure how measure the burning of oil, because light is a dungeon's countdown clock. And once the clock is real, the table changes. You can see it happen. The party stops treating every room like they have all night to deal with it. They stop wandering in circles. They stop spending 10 minutes arguing over 3 weak options because now the argument costs something. That is the part people miss. A burning torch is not just visibility, it's pressure. The second the players know the pressure is real, they start prioritizing. Do we search the room carefully or do we move? Do we read the carved wall right now or come back later? Do we press deeper or do we turn around before we are relighting in a bad spot? Do we split the party's remaining oil or keep one strong light source together? That is good dungeon play, and light helps create it. Now, I understand this pushback, and it usually comes fast. Well, what if somebody has infravision? That's fine. Infravision helps. It does not solve the problem. Seeing in the dark is not the same thing as carrying good light for the whole party. Even if one or two characters can function in darkness, that doesn't mean that suddenly the group is operating competently. The humans still need light. The mapper still has problems. Reading details gets worse. Checking colors, stains, markings, writings, little clues gets worse, if not impossible. Judging space, distance, and hazards gets worse. Group coordination gets worse. And most important of all, Infravision does not remove the pressure of limited exploration resources. It just softens one bit of it for a few characters. So no, the dwarf does not magically erase the torch problem. Here is a referee mistake I actually have seen my fair share of. Refs track light quietly if they track it at all. And to me, that is too passive. If you want light to improve pacing, the table needs to feel it. They need to see it. Literally. So put it in the open. Use an index card. Use checkboxes. Put a die on the table. Whatever works. Just make the clock visible. And if the party lights a torch, I want that torch represented in a way the players can see. Not because we need more clutter, because visible pressure changes behavior. And when a turn passes, mark it. When they stop for a careful search, mark it. When they debate too long in a risky place, what do? You mark it. When a fight breaks the flow and time passes, you mark it. And when the light source is getting low, say it out loud. Your torch is about halfway burned. You've got about one turn of good light left. That warning matters. And it's not because you are being kind. God forbid. No, it's because now the players can make informed choices before the problem becomes a mess. I'll give you a simple example. The party reaches a three-way junction. There's a door to the left, a hallway ahead, and a stair going down on the right. If light is basically infinite, that conversation can drift. People speculate, they re-speculate, they second guess, they talk in circles. Now change one thing. Tell them the current torch is getting low. Suddenly, the talk tightens up, right? Check the door. Listen once. If it sounds bad, we take the hall. We don't go downstairs until we relight. And that is not because the players got smarter. It's because the game started charging them for indecision. And that is what good procedure does. It turns vague table chatter into choices. Now, let's get to the question in the title. What happens when the torch actually goes out? Well, first, the dungeon gets real in a hurry. If the party has backup light ready, awesome, that's great. That is good play. Strike it, relight it, keep moving. If they do not, everything gets worse. The group slows down. Positioning gets sloppy. Confidence drops. People start talking over each other. The players who can see are no longer playing the same game as the players who cannot. And if danger shows up right then, the party is reacting from a bad place. And that is the point. The threat is not just darkness is scary. The threat is that bad timing turns a manageable situation into a messy one. So that is why torch tracking matters even when some characters have special vision. And it is also why this is one of the easiest ways to speed up a dungeon without railroading anybody. You are not forcing choices. You are making time visible. And that is a big difference. If you want to use this at your table, keep it simple. At the start of the adventure, at the start of the delve, into the dungeon, into the caves, into the ruins, you ask 3 questions. Who is carrying light? What is lit right now? And what is the backup plan when this one burns out? And then track it openly. Don't bury it in your notes. Don't hand wave it until it becomes dramatically convenient. Make it part of the play loop. Because once the players start thinking about light, they start thinking about time. And once they start thinking about time, they start making quicker, cleaner, and hopefully better decisions. And once they start making quicker, cleaner, and better decisions, the dungeon starts moving. And that's the trick. It's not you're not giving a speech. It's not a punishment. It's not, gotcha, your torch is dead. You can't see. No. Just one visible clock on the table, die, check marks, whatever, however you want to take care of it. That reminds everyone the underworld is not waiting for them. If you want faster dungeon play, put fire back in the dungeon. Folks, I will include some index card notes as a pinned comment. Other than that, thank you and God bless.